Welcome, my lovely little gull carcasses, to the first in what I hope to be a series of videos all about Wolvden. I'm not going to sit here up on this very high, exquisite horse of mine and pretend like I am any kind of expert on the subject matter. I want to preface all this and all future videos by saying that I am floundering through the game as much as the rest of you. I do have some hints and tips I think will be very useful for people in their early gameplay, and that's what I'm here to discuss. Starting off with the thing that we most get asked about, which is food. Wolvden is a pet simulator game, I guess, is one of the ways to say it. However, it is harder than the likes of Neopets and other pet simulator games, in the sense that it is more realistic. If your wolves do not get fed, they die. If you do not treat their illnesses, they die. If you do not keep them amused, they will run away. There's a lot to the game that you have to just be mindful of. Today we're going to be discussing the controversial topic of food, because it can be overwhelming when you start the game Wolvden, and if you have been playing its sister game Lion, which is the very same thing, same premise but with lions, you'll realise that Wolvden is incredibly different. Its interface, for one thing, is so much prettier, I think, personally, so, massive kudos to the artists and any of the devs watching this just now. I know I've had my fair pop at some things that have happened on Wolvden, but for the most part, genuinely love the product you have put together. So yeah, massive kudos, and the art is... at times it's just so pretty I want to cry. So yes, massive kudos. Yes, Wolvden, however, is more challenging, which I like. I like the fact that it is more challenging. However, if you're not prepared for it, it can get the better of you. And I have now introduced many a friends to this game. Seriously, I really fucking wish that Wolvden did a refer a friend thing, because I'd be freaking rolling in it, let me tell you that. I've introduced many a friends to the game, and they've all came back with the same questions about food, about pack sizes, and I've realised that a lot of them have made the same mistakes. So that's what this video is here to hopefully correct and hopefully help with. There are plenty of guides. The Grouse House guides on Wolvden are phenomenal, but I get that not everybody enjoys reading walls of text. We're all freaking lazy, and we like to have things spoon-fed to us in media that we prefer, such as video. Hence why I'm here. So I'm Moscow. I'm going to be taking you through this lovely how to feed your pack basics video for Wolvden. So let's get started then. First of all, one of the things you're going to want to just keep in mind is the season. You can see the season and the weather over at the left hand side underneath the date and time. So you can see right now it's winter. So at the top here, if you click your name, you'll be able to drop that down and see a section called the cooldown section. Now in the cooldown section you're going to see lots of information, including how much time you've got between your seasons. So you can see right now we're right in the middle of winter, very helpful. But you can also use this section to see how long you've got until the winter hits in. So you've got your autumn, your spring, your summer. Your springs and your summers are the easiest months to catch food in, so is autumn, and that means that throughout autumn you can sort of just keep an eye on when winter is approaching. It'll tell you how many rollovers you've got until the next change, how many days you've got left, so you could just keep an eye on that, and in autumn, hoard your food like nobody's business. Hoard it. We're now becoming hoarder from Game of Thrones, but you get the point. Just make sure that you keep your food. But yes, keep an eye on this section, very useful. It's also very useful for the event as well that runs, the lunar event, which runs every third Friday of every month. I will happily do another video on that if that's something that you guys would like. Now if we go into the crossroads, we're going to go into explore. Here is my map. You can see here that I've actually unlocked quite a lot of it. I recently changed my lead over, which is why I've not got the rainforest at the very bottom unlocked yet. But you can see here all of the areas. Now when you first join Wolvden, you'll start in one of the three easiest areas: the mountains, the grasslands and the forest. So we're going to go into the mountains here, and we're going to click explore, because explore is the best way to get food in this game. One of the best ways. So we're just going to keep hitting the explore button here until we get presented, here we go, with something that allows us to get food. So if I click intimidate here, I could get a rat carcass. If I click kill, I could get a weasel carcass. So I've gone for kill and I've gotten a weasel carcass. That's one use of food straight away. So good to know. I'm going to keep exploring. And you can see there I've gotten some lovely energy. I love when I get energy. Energy is very good, very hard to come by. Unless you have Garara, I don't know how to say it. There we go, there's another encounter. So I'm going to go for kill again because I don't like feeding rat carcasses. However, if you do get a rat carcass for a quest, you can absolutely click the intimidate option to try and get a rat carcass. Now, this is another option here, guys. If you want food, if food is what you're looking for, always, always, always follow the rancid scent. Always. The rancid scent will always give you a bit of food, a chunk of meat. Either the small, the medium, or the large. So there we go. We can see there I've gotten the medium, which I believe is 4 uses. So already we've gotten 5 uses of food from Explore. So we're going to keep hitting Explore. And now we've got a befriend another wolf encounter. This is another good point, actually. Let's go into befriend here because a lot of newbies don't realise you can click the leave button. It looks greyed out, but you can leave the wolves. You do not have to befriend every wolf that you run into. And this is actually a lot of my friends fell into this trap when they first joined, as they thought they had to befriend every single wolf. So we're going to hit leave here, and you'll see here it's letting me go. So just keep that in mind because actually pack size is very important too. You do not want to have more mouths than you can feed, for sure. So now we've run into a level 13 cougar. Now, I believe if they're over level 10, you have the chance to get drops from these. Now that means I could get food from this thing if I wanted to fight it. However, you'll see my HP is pretty low at the moment, and I'm not altogether very interested in trying to attack this thing. So we're going to skip it for just now. If you would like me to do a separate video, however, on fighting, then let me know. Okay, here's another good food encounter. So on this one here, always click follow west. When it comes to the 2 different scents, you want to follow west. Follow west will give you, again, another food chunk and a bit of den making material. Always, that's what you will always get. So I got the medium, again, that's another 4 uses of food. So now I'm up to like 9 uses. We're going to bark at this poor guy, see if we can get him to drop an acorn. He didn't. So the raccoon has the option to be able to give you everything from den materials, of which we just got. The large leaves, by the way, very useful for crafting nesting material, which you will need for a pregnant wolf. But likewise, the raccoon can also drop the likes of food and amusement items and other things that you really need. So you definitely always want to investigate what the raccoon has. Okay, another really useful way of making or getting food is using the games. Go in here, you'll see you've got the fishing game. This is another great way of getting food. A lot of people don't realise that, but this is a really good way of getting food. So when you submit a larger fish, and when I say a large fish, I mean, you know, depending on the type of fish that you get, you want a larger version of said fish. So for example, here we've pulled up a mummichog, and I'm pretty confident that's a small mummichog. But we can check it by coming down to the weekly leaderboards fishing, and then we can search for the mummichog to find out, you know, what sizes are we looking at. So there we go, we can see here that like your 0.4s, your 0.4 ounces are what we're kind of aiming for. Anything really on that leaderboard that comes up, that's kind of the sizes that we're looking for to try and get some delicate meat. Each delicate meat has 1 use of food, so definitely do not turn your nose up at playing this game. In the winter, this game has saved my pack. I'm telling you right now, this game has actually saved my pack in terms of grabbing so much delicate meat to feed them. So we're going to submit that, and there you go. You can see there 1 delicate meat because I checked that leaderboard and it showed me, yes, that was a decent size. So I should have been able to get a delicate meat from that. Very helpful. You can play that several times throughout the day. There's no limit to how many times you can play this game. There's only so much SC, which is the in-game currency that you can get, but that's not stopping you from getting food. So there you go, you can see there I've got 6 delicate meats from playing that fishing game throughout the day. So let's go and take a look at the hunt right now. So you can see there I've got my hunters out, 12 minutes and counting on the hunt. So we'll probably come back to that later. If we come into my hunting teams, you're going to see my beautiful hunting teams that I've got here. So you can see here you've got your stalker, your chaser, your finisher, and your synergy. Now your synergy is very important. You want that to be very high. When you first put together a hunting team, it's not going to be great. One of the things that can also impact your hunting team, like just obviously sending them out for hunts over and over and over again, will increase their synergy and their proficiency. You want both of them to be high to be able to bring back decent food kills. You can look up a guide on personalities as well, because believe it or not, the personality types can actually influence how well your synergy of your hunting party is. This is a Wolvden personality guide. So what you want is, you do not want the ones that do not get along. So if you've got a hunting party, you do not want aggressives in with friendlies. You do not want stoics in with romantics, because if you do that, they're not going to get on very well. Their synergy isn't going to be great. Instead, you want to have like friendlies working with stoics or working with romantics. You maybe want to have romantics working with aggressives or friendlies. Now, if you do have a personality on one of your wolves that's holding you back, you can come down here to the personality snake, and you can actually buy a token that will allow you to change the personality of your wolf, which will make things a lot easier for you when it comes to hunting. It will just really help overall with gathering up all that food that you need. Especially in autumn going into winter. That's when you want to hoard your food. Another way of getting food, you can come in here, you can go to the slot machine. Now this is me really testing my luck, this is a gamble, but you will see that there are options for food here. You've got the critter bundle, the food bundle, you've got the mustox carcass. So there's a couple of ways that we can win food in here. And again, certainly that mustox carcass has definitely come in handy for me before, so we're going to try our hand at winning something, see if we can get anything from it. See if the RNG gods will work in my favour. Okay. Oh, look at that! I got a critter bundle! Yay! So critter bundles and food bundles are probably one of the best things that you can actually get, because they do not go off. Like your regular carcasses have 10 days of freshness before they go off. And you want to use them in that time. The less usage, like the less freshness they've got, the more likely they are to cause your wolf to get an upset stomach and cause, oh, a healing salve, nice. Cause them to get, you know, like you have to go to the herbalist and fix them up a little. So definitely freshness is important, but the critter bundle and the food bundle, you can have them for as long as you want before you open them. So wait until you're down to the last emergency stashes of food, then you open them, and that's when the rotting will start to happen. So we're going to go into Tundra, we're going to explore a little bit in the Tundra. There are two main places that people go to get a lot of food, and the Tundra is one of them, and the swamp is another. The swamp is my favourite place to go, because not only do you get a lot of food, you can also get a lot of amusement items. I feel like the swamp is the most balanced place to scout and to explore in. But a lot of people love the Tundra because you can get some really meaty carcasses in here. You can get seal carcasses and walrus carcasses. Of course, the game is going to present me with neither of those things right now, because it is holding out on us. It doesn't want to show me getting anything, because this is my luck. So here's one of the food interactions from the swamp that I like. You get three very similar. This is the beaver one. You want to chase the beaver, you want to hunt the deer, and you want to try and freaking murder the turkey when it comes. The turkey one seems to drop the least, but the beaver drops quite a lot, so you want to chase the beaver, and there we go, we got a beaver carcass. That's 8 uses of food straight away. Very useful. Now, and if you hit turn back here, you actually get like a 1-use food item. It can be like an egg, usually a chicken egg, because obviously when you turn away from a fight, because the other option would take you to a fight. Haha, game, very funny, chicken. I see what you did there. Let's try and kill again. Didn't get anything that time. So you can see here that actually you can, like in one full energy bar, you can make quite a lot of food. Obviously in the starter biomes there's limited interactions. Just remember, always follow the rancid scent. Always click follow west. Always investigate what the raccoon's doing. Always chase your beaver. And another helpful hint and tip I've got as well is when you send your hunters out to hunt, put a timer on. Jump onto Google, search a timer, pop a timer on for half an hour, and then that allows you to go back the minute your hunt is done, and then you can send your next lot of hunters out straight away again. This is what I do with my time, so like now we can see that my hunting team is almost back. Very excited to show you how rubbish my odds are in the glacier, to put any of you off moving here. can see there at the right hand side, you can see you've got your easy, your medium, your difficult, your challenging. Your challenging are the hardest ones to hunt in. Stick to the easier biomes if you're somebody that regularly struggles to get food. The easy biomes will help. You can change your biome if you need to by going to the quest snake, and at the bottom you can find where you can move, bearing in mind you have to have the area entirely scouted before you can move your pack there. So let's go and collect this hunt. So I got a few +1s in there, but I definitely got no food, and I'll show you why. Let's go and click on one of my hunting party teams to get them to try and get us something. And look at my chances! A whole lovely 0% chance of getting anything back. Welcome to the world of glacier winter fucking hunting. Now, I do have a team of slightly better hunters whose odds are like 20 or 30% in the winter, which is better than nothing, I suppose. But yeah, my chances are crap. Let's just say it for what it is, guys. My chances are crap. So yes, so make sure you make use of the fishing game. Explore as much as you can. Don't keep any more wolves than you have the ability to be able to feed. Honestly, I can't begin to tell you enough like how important pack size is in the biome in which you live to actually being able to feed your pack. You might ask, Moscow, why do you live in the glacier then if it's so bloody difficult? The truth is, I like living there. I just like having a pack, and I have enough wolves I can feed comfortably. So yeah, to recap, top tips, always explore for food. Play your games, play your fishing game in particular. Don't forget to check that leaderboard section to find out the size of the fish that you're submitting, so you can definitely get a delicate meat each time you submit. Oh, for the love of God, guys, please don't get a pack too big for you to feed. Like, just don't do it. I know it's nice having lots of wolves. Make sure you can feed them. And that's my top tips. If you have anything else, any questions, concerns, anything that's really bugging you, you're really unsure about, fire it into the comments down below. I will do my bitty best to do videos on things in the future. I definitely want to do one on the lunar event. I want to do one on battling, because I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with, and conserving amusement items. So yeah, anything in particular, you just let me know. I'll happily do a video on it. But that's all I've got time for, guys, so till next time, I guess. Don't forget to like the video if it helped, share it, subscribe. Yeah, I know the gist. I don't need to go over it. Right, and have a lovely night!